Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rossi and I like the color mustard. I've been really digging it since last year when I got a mustard sweater that says honey right in front of it. I actually did an OOTD with one of my good friends, Courtney from Courtney's Lifestyle. She's one of the bloggers that became one of my best friends on the internet and I love her so much. I will link her blog down below. I did an OOTD collab with her in October, I believe, and ever since then I've just been so hooked on the color mustard. I love it. I keep buying more and more mustard clothes. But anyway, that is totally not what this video is about. Today's video is a full face of Wet n Wild products and I do own a lot of them for the most part. I did have to go shop for some to finish the video, obviously. So I'm also going to be trying those new ones that I got. If you guys want to see how I got this look, keep on watching. Alright guys, let's get started right away. I basically already put all the products in this bag. We're going through the routine one by one, and I did buy some products for this video as well as to try some more products because apart from whatever I already have, I haven't completely tried most of the stuff that Wet n Wild has to offer. So I thought that doing this video would be a perfect opportunity to try a couple more. So let me dig in through here and take out the first product. This is a product that I already own, and this is the Photo Focus Face Primer. I like this primer a lot, and it actually makes my makeup stay all day. I just like to start with priming my face so I can just get that out of the way so I don't mess up my eyebrows, which is coincidentally the next thing that I'm going to be doing. I did get a brow product and I got the Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil, and this one's in the shade medium brown. So this product does have a triangular tip, so I'm hoping that it's not like too weird because the one that I have is actually kind of flat. Several bloggers have recommended this one. Since it's relatively inexpensive, I thought I would give it a shot, and I'm also hoping that it's not too warm toned for me. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's okay, but it's definitely a little bit weird, and I'm already noticing that the tip is kind of like smoothing out. So that might be a problem. So far, I am not a huge fan, but maybe I just need to keep using it and get the hang of it. I'm gonna go off camera to do my other brow because you guys don't really need to see that twice. But yeah, I'll be back. Okay, so a couple things. It's already losing its shape, though it's like smoothing out around the edges, which I don't necessarily like. Another thing that I think is kind of a plus is that it's creamy. However, I feel like because of its creaminess, a lot of product tends to bunch up in one space, so I literally have to go over with the spoolie to sort of smooth out like the remaining product that kind of sits on top of it. I do think that it's the perfect shade for me. I don't know, I'm not convinced with it, so I will keep trying it. It's probably just because I'm not used to it, but right now I'm not feeling it. Okay, let's move on to the eyes, and I did get an eye primer. This one is a Photo Focused Eyeshadow Primer, and it's supposed to be long-lasting. This one is supposed to boost shadow color. It brightens eyelids, locks down eyeshadow color. Smooth, effortless application, dries through clear finish, and keeps eyeshadow in place. Long-lasting, dries on invisibly, and never creases. Let's hope that that's right. I don't actually need an eyeshadow primer. I still have another one that I've been trying to finish up for like the past year or so, but it already feels really soft and smooth, really silky texture, so that's really nice. It actually feels really, really amazing in the eyes, and so far, I like it. Let's move on to eyeshadow. I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild Color Icon Rosé in the Air palette, and I've already tried this one in my trying new makeup video, so I already know how it performs and I really like it. I'm going to use this white shade to set the primer. These shades are a bit powdery, but they're not too bad, and they also feel pretty buttery smooth. And for a palette that it's very inexpensive, I think it's really great quality. I will be trying to use Wet n Wild brushes as well, with the exception of the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. I'm going to go in with this bottom transition shade next, and I'm going to pop that on the crease. I'm going to slowly pat it into the skin, and I'm going to blend it out. You do get some great color payoff with these shades, and they're also blending so amazingly. I'm actually quite shocked that Wet n Wild is putting out such quality eyeshadow products because they are amazing. I think this is my first Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette, and I couldn't have been more happier to pick this specific one up. Okay, I'm really happy with how it's looking so far. I'm going to grab another brush, and I think I'm going to go in with this shade up here that looks kind of like a burnt orange terracotta shade. I'm going to grab just a little bit on the tip of my brush, and I'm going to apply that one right below the transition shade. I'm going to just tap it in where I want it and then blend it out. I'm also going to use this shade on the outer V as well. I think that looks really good. So last shade I'm going to use is this one, which is kind of like a peachy champagne shade. So I'm just going to put that on the eyelid with my finger. I will be going back in with this burnt orange shade and popping that on the crease and outer V again, just to blend that shimmery shade out. The next product I thought I could try is this Mega Liner liquid liner, and this one is in black. It looks like the tip is a pretty nice and thin. Obviously, this is a product that I'm barely gonna try for my first time ever. I've never tried their eyeliners before, so I'm hoping it doesn't disappoint, but let's just try it and see how I like it. So far so good. It looks really nice and thin, and it's really easy to apply and smooth, and it does not tug on the skin. I really like it. I think that this might give my current favorite a run for its money. The one that I'm currently using is the NYX matte liquid liner, and I love that one. I've been using it for years. This one's pretty good too. They're not completely even, but I'm okay with that for today. I just haven't done my makeup in a while, so I feel like my skills are kind of lacking at the moment. Okay, I'm ready to move on. So I think next we can do concealer. Of course, I got their Photo Focus concealer. I'm loving that this product is vegan. I got the shade Light Medium Beige, which is kind of not really my shade, I don't think, but it's the closest one that I could find to my shade. I think that their shade range is terrible, but we're just gonna give it a shot, and if it doesn't work, I do have a backup. Just try it in the back of my hand and see. It does look like it has a small amount of oxidization, but nothing too bad, I don't think. Okay, I'm just gonna try this on my face now. I'm gonna put it under my eyes and on any blemishes that I have on my face, which I don't have a lot of right now. I don't want to jinx it, but my skin is looking pretty good as of lately. I'm liking that this really brightened up my under eyes really well, and though it's not full coverage for me, it did do a good job of hiding my under eye circles. Next is foundation, and I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I've already had this for like the past year or so, and I really like it. Again, it may not be my shade, but we can fix that. I really like the finish of this foundation. It's not matte and it's not dewy either. It's like a perfect in between, and in my opinion, it has a pretty good coverage. I don't know if it's the lighting, but on my monitor I'm looking kind of ghastly, but we can fix it. To bring back a little bit of color to my face, I'm going to be using this Mega Glow Contouring Palette Contour, and this one is in Dulce de Leche. I know that this is not a bronzer. Yes, I did hit the pan on that highlighting shade, and this is actually a product that I have in my project pan this year. I'm going to dip this brush into this highlighting shade a little bit just to set my under eyes. Now I am going to go in with this contour shade, just gently pressing the brush in there, and then I'm going to put it in the contours of my cheeks. I'm pressing it into my skin and blending upwards. Next, I'm going in with some blush, and today I'm using this Wet n Wild Color Icon blush and apricot in the middle. I'm going to use this Wet n Wild angled brush for this. I'm going to dip my brush into the pan just a little bit because it is really shimmery and I don't want a lot. I usually don't like shimmery blushes like this, but because it's a peachy shade, I feel like I can kind of get away with it. And it gives a nice wash of color, nothing too crazy, and so I think it's perfect for every day. So even though I don't like shimmery blushes, I feel like I can let this one go because it does give me a good wash of color, and I also like how it makes my skin look like it's glowing. I'm using this Mega Glow highlighting powder, and this one is in this shade Precious Petals. I had been looking for this one for a very long time, so I'm glad that I finally have it in my hands. I'm going to use this beautiful highlighting brush from Wet n Wild as well. This was from their limited brush set that was sold at Walgreens for like $15. These brushes are just the best, softest ones I have ever tried aside from the Luxie ones, but in terms of like drugstore brushes, these are amazing. So anyway, as I was saying, I had been looking for this specific highlighter shade for a long time, and it's kind of like rose gold. I typically don't go with highlighters that have pink undertones, but this is one of the exceptions that actually looks really good on my skin tone. This is one of those highlighters that a little bit goes a long way. I'm going to be using this Photo Focus Cucumber 3-in-1 Primer Water. It's to prep, set, and refresh, and this one is brand new. I just got it for the purposes of this video as well. It was between this one and the setting powder, and I chose against the setting powder because the powders tend to stick to my dry areas a lot, and it can actually make my face look like it's dry. I just love setting sprays. I go through these a lot. They make my face look dewy and nice, and they make my face feel a little bit more hydrated. Cucumber is really good for your face. It can also hydrate your skin, so this is why I went for this one instead of a matte one. This one feels really nice and refreshing and very cool, and I feel like this one might come in handy for summer weather. Two more things and then we're done, I promise. I have a ton of mascaras, but I decided that it was about time that I give the Wet n Wild ones a shot. So I got this Lash-O-Matic, which is a mascara in fiber extension kit. It has a mascara to prime and seal, and it also has the lash fibers. The results in the back do look pretty dramatic, and it does look like they're wearing falsies. However, I feel like sometimes some mascaras just don't work for me no matter how good they sound. So in case these don't work out, I will be using their lashes. I believe this is the style Shutter Shock, and these are very fluttery and nice and pretty, and they almost look kind of natural on me, which is why I love them, and I can always find these for $1 or less. I actually have a bunch of these stocked up, so I have no idea why I even bought a new pair, but whatever. So anyway, let's try this mascara. So step 1 and 3 is a mascara, and then the lash fibers are step 2. And this one is to lengthen the lashes. I don't know, I might have waited too long in between the mascara and the lash fibers, so we're just gonna seal with the mascara and see if it makes any difference for me. I don't know, I'm not really seeing a difference. Perhaps I waited too long between step 1 and step 2, so I'm going to try it on the other eye and see if maybe that's what happened. So that looks a little bit better. It does lengthen my lashes, but in terms of volume, I can't really see much of that. The lash fiber things are a little bit weird because I'm just like afraid that they're gonna go into my eye. Maybe this will make a difference if I curl my lashes, so that's gonna be something that I'm gonna have to play with in the future. I don't think I'm gonna be using falsies just because I do like how it looks. It looks pretty subtle and natural. So now all I have to do is pick a lip color and get on with my day. Unfortunately, I only have 2 shades. I have this Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick, and this one is in the shade Goth Topic, and this Wet n Wild Velvet Matte Lip Color in Turnt Orange. It's peachy, and it's more my vibe right now and with this look. So I'm going to do this one. And that's it. Now I just have to do my hair. Alright, you guys, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for giving me your time. I thoroughly enjoyed trying out the new products that I got. I will have to keep trying them to make sure that they do work for me. The ones that I'm kind of on the fence about are the brow pencil and the mascara. Those will probably take a little bit more work to get the hang of, but otherwise, everything else that I've tried today is great, and I love all the products that I have as well. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video by saying thank you for giving me a chance. Let me know if you guys like these one brand videos, and I'll be sure to think of a next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!